Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go. They gotta go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here.
He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Four yards to go on second down from the 7.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And I like the idea. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go, here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Bengals nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
As Jamar Chase picks up a 1st down here, how about a quick reflection on his debut as a rookie? Set a new rookie receiving record and the Bengals franchise record with 1,455 yards and was 3rd in the league in touchdown. He became only the 2nd rookie receiver named All-Pro since 1998, joining former LSU teammate Justin Jefferson, who did it in 2020.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Bengals had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 25 on second down, Tua. He completes it to Wilson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at the Bengals.
Ready.
Tua now on first down.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Okay, ready?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Watch out now. 52.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively, because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Taylor now to return it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. They find some open field here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air, but his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Burrow on 3rd down. On the move to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Out to his left.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Oh, he shifts past him.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's
blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's Mixon on the counter.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to swell the lead to 6. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first down and big runs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
11 mighty.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
12. 11 empty. Stop.
Burrow will throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
11, MC, Tank. 11, Thomas.
Back to Mixon on first down to the 27-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 27, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Tua. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off. I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. This is Mixon on the draw. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing now is Joe Burrow.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On one, right? 11 righty.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Here we go. 11 righty. 11 righty.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Bengals, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll try and turn things